Hey guys, I'm back for, I believe this is vlog number six. Vlog number six, I believe. Maybe five. I'm gonna have to look. I've been out of it. We're a week and a day past my operation. I did a 5 to 6 minute vlog a day or two after, just to kind of give you guys an idea of what I've dealt with since the surgery and what's going on with my body, basically what's going on with me, and how I progress through this ever-loving journey of mine that I've chosen. I say that it sounds negative, but it's really not. I promise, it's not bad. So let's start from the top. This is going to be a little bit of a longer vlog to kind of characterize day to day what I dealt with. And also, I've been watching a lot of other YouTube videos. Some folks have really struggled at times with some of the pain or complications, or just their body just not cooperating. The good news is, in short, for me, things have been cooperating quite well. And so I'm very, very thankful for that. I always have in the back of my mind, like, if something bad happens, it's going to be to me. So, but in this case, knock on wood, yeah. It hasn't. It's actually been, wouldn't say enjoyable, but without complication and without very much pain, which, of course, if you remember my previous vlogs, I mentioned I'm a crybaby and I don't do well with pain. So first, again, I apologize. My mother just left on a plane back to Tennessee. She's going home. She stayed a little over a week here with me to make sure I had everything I needed, which is good because I can't lift more than 15 pounds right now. Otherwise, I'll get a hernia and we'll be back in the operating room, and I don't need any more surgery right now. If I can go a while without having to deal with another one of those, it would be great. But let's go through what happened with the operation. I don't remember, honestly. I was in the prep area. I don't even remember them prepping me. They made the joke. It said, "Here's your tequila shot," and then they injected something into my IV, and then after that, I don't remember. Like, I don't remember anything. I knocked out, and the next thing I remember after that was, I wasn't even in the operating room at the time. I was back in recovery, like, whoa, it's over. And then I'm like, whoa, the gas pain. So that is the number one thing in terms of pain, is the gas, which I think most of us that have this procedure we know in advance and we know how to get rid of it. But for me, it was just, that was the worst part, was dealing with the gas pain. My doctor allowed me to have ice chips and water right after the surgery, which I know some don't, or at least back several years ago, you weren't allowed to eat or drink anything until the next day. Well, I don't know if something changed with that, but I was able to eat ice chips and sip water, the moment I was in my hospital room. And then that first night, I didn't sleep. Like, I didn't sleep at all because I was so bloated, and no matter what I did, I couldn't get comfortable. I was always up, walking around, trying to relieve the gas. And so I know a lot of people also that go through this operation have a lot of nausea. I had a little bit here or there, but mostly from the gas pain. The pain was so bad, it was literally making me sick to my stomach. But don't let that discourage you, because that goes away fast. At the time, it doesn't go away fast enough, but in the whole grand scheme of things, the next day it starts exiting out and you're good. Or at least for me it was. So, so after that, I came home. My mom picked me up from the airport. I just dropped her off at the airport, but no, she picked me up from the hospital. And then on the ride back, of course, right after surgery, you're going to feel every bump. And it's not going to be a pleasant ride. So, but don't let that discourage you, because in the next day or two, you'll be able to, ride in the car, and everything will be fine. That was just that next day. You're a little sore, you're a little tender, but that really, at least for me, healed very, very quickly. So uh, don't let that discourage you. Again, I'm the biggest crybaby, and honestly, if I were told that I'd have to go through it again, being this close to the surgery, I'd say, let's not do it again now. But, like if I were to know now how this is going to be, back when I started the journey in April, I would have continued on with it. So far, the results are there. I'm looking at the scale. Less than a month, I've already lost 30 pounds. So that's encouraging. That's very encouraging. I still got a long way to go, but that's really good. That's great that the pre-op diet kind of coaxed me into that, and then once I had the surgery, it continued. Now, the first 5 days or so, you're going to retain a little water. You're going to be swollen. I was swollen. I know my stomach was swollen because I could not get too much down at any one time. But after a while, the swelling starts going down, and then you start taking in a little more fluid, a little more protein, and you're able to tolerate it pretty well, at least in speaking for myself. So all that went well. Let's see what else. In terms of, I know a lot of people, like I said, have nausea and have a tough time keeping stuff down. I've not had a problem. I've not had to rush to the bathroom to vomit or anything like that. But then again, I'm really pacing myself. I knew going into this that would be a concern. So little by little, you just kind of test the waters a little bit, if you will. No pun intended. Just drink a little bit and see how that settles, and then drink a little more. Eat a little bit, see how that works. And they say as you're introducing new foods, whether it be the fat-free, no sugar pudding, yogurt, Greek yogurt, that sort of thing, little bit at a time at first to see if you can actually handle it. So far, I've handled everything. I've been able to eat cottage cheese, which before I hated cottage cheese, but now it's a really good source of protein, and I actually coming around to it is actually really nice. A nice change from your protein shakes or your yogurt, especially the Greek yogurt, which I'm not a fan of. But anyway, that's kind of where we are now. I've entered phase 2. The only thing that has surprised me throughout this in terms of a negative way is, and this is only temporary as well, but I'm having to give myself shots for 2 weeks of anticoagulant to keep me from developing a blood clot. And I'm also trying to walk around again. That's still a concern. It drops off dramatically after 10 days, and then it's still a concern 3 months out, but very, very, very small. So I'm up, walking around. Generally, if it doesn't develop in the first 10 to 20 days, you're usually good to go as far as I'm told. So I'm keeping up with walking. I'm keeping up with all my exercising, and also injecting the meds into my stomach. It only goes into your stomach, which I've never given myself a shot before, and it's not fun. But again, it only lasts for 14 days, so I think I've got about seven more shots to go, and then I'm done with that, and I'll be pleased. Now, don't get worried. They don't put that in the brochure, by the way. Don't get worried though. Like if you have to give yourself a shot, and you notice that there are bruises that form on your stomach where at the site of the injection, that's just a side effect of the anticoagulant. So just suck it up, do it. There's no way around it. After the fact, it's like, oh yeah, by the way, you've got to give yourself a shot. Well, I guess, but trust me, it's best that you do it because you want to reduce the risk of developing a blood clot, which can lead to a pulmonary embolism, which is where a blood clot breaks loose and travels to your lungs, or anywhere else, and just wreaks havoc and can be potentially dangerous. Again, I'm not a health professional. I'm just relaying to you what was relayed to me. So make sure you check with your doctor, talk to your doctor about this possible complication. I'm sure if he or she hasn't already contacted you, if you're looking at getting the surgery, about the complications, that's one area you need to definitely research, because they are real and they are always a possibility. Even though they're a lower possibility, the probability is low, it's still not zero. So just make sure you have that in mind and you do whatever you can to mitigate those concerns. What else? Again, I'm sorry. I've really dropped off the face of the earth, it seems, with my mother being here. She's been taking up most of the time here. We've gone around trying to get some exercise, get some walking in, and it's kind of awkward me talking to you guys with my mother sitting right beside me, like, what are you doing? Why are you talking to yourself? So, but now she's gone. In fact, I'm looking at her plane right now. She just entered Georgia, so she's on her way back. But yeah, outside of that, I can't say enough good about what I can't say enough good about what's going on today with this. So, yeah, it's all good. We're good. So I'm going to jump off here. I do have a work meeting, a telemeeting here in a few minutes. Now I'm still on recovery leave, but I think I'm well enough to jump on a phone call. So I'm going to go check that out. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, let me know in the comments. I'll try to get back to you. So this is, again, 1 week and a day out. I'm hoping to talk to you guys soon. A little bit more about what's going on, and also maybe some additional keys, trips, some keys, tips, that can help you with this decision and this endeavor, if you so choose to, go down this road. So, but so far so good, as I said. All right, I'm done talking, guys. Bye. Have a good one.